China is making some big moves today. Beijing's looking at cutting off outside access to its own best AI models, and DeepSeek is quietly building its own chip. So let's get into both. Let's start things off with China because it looks like Beijing might be about to close the door on its own AI models. According to Reuters, China's Ministry of Commerce has spent the past month running meetings with some of the country's biggest AI players, including Alibaba, ByteDance, and the startup Z.ai. And the topic on the table is whether to restrict overseas access to China's most advanced AI models, not the ones that are just already out, models that even haven't been released yet. 3 people familiar with the discussion told Reuters that officials from the National Development and Reform Commission, which is China's state planning agency, were also in the room, and that nothing about this has been decided yet. Here's what makes this interesting. This isn't only about closed source systems, the kind you would expect a government to want to lock down. The discussion reportedly covers open weight models too. So we're talking about things like Alibaba's Qwen, ByteDance Doubao, and Z.ai's GLM 5.2, all of which have been genuinely popular outside China because they're cheap, capable, and easy to run. That openness is actually a big part why Chinese AI has spread globally since DeepSeek R1 model blew up last year. Qwen in particular has built up a massive following on Hugging Face. Z.ai's GLM 5.2 has also been getting a lot of attention recently for getting close to the capability of leading US models while costing a fraction of the price. That combination, strong performance at a low cost, is exactly why Western developers started adopting Chinese open-weight models in the first place, and is exactly the kind of advantage that would disappear if Beijing decided to keep the newest versions inside the country. Now, the scope is still being debated, and from what's currently being reported, any restrictions might only end up applying to future frontier models rather than what's already out in the wild. So this isn't confirmed policy yet. It's officials weighing options, and there's no timeline attached to any of this yet. Companies involved, including Alibaba, ByteDance, and Z.ai, reportedly didn't respond to requests for a comment, and neither did the Ministry of Commerce itself. So a lot of this is still coming from people closer to the discussion rather than any official statement. But a few other ideas came up in these meetings that are worth flagging. One is treating the leak or theft of proprietary AI technology as a national security crime, with real penalties attached. Another is restricting what kinds of foreign capital are even allowed to invest in Chinese AI startups. If you put those together with the access restrictions, and you get a pretty clear picture. Beijing seems to be trying to treat frontier AI the same way it treats other strategic technology, something to be protected and controlled, not just exported for goodwill or market share. And the backdrop here matters. This is happening while the US keeps tightening its own export controls around advanced AI models, partly over concerns that cutting-edge systems could carry serious cyber attack capabilities. The US has already restricted foreign access to some of its own most capable models. Reportedly, out of concern, they could end up being misused by military or intelligence operations in China, Russia, or other countries flagged as risks. Chinese officials are reportedly worried about the reverse problem too, that advanced American cybersecurity-focused AI models could end up being used to find and exploit vulnerabilities in Chinese software. So both sides seem to be circling the same fear from opposite directions, each one worried that the other's model could be turned into a weapon against their own system. It's basically becoming a mirror image standoff, where the same capability that makes a model used for defense is exactly what makes the other side nervous about it existing at all. This also isn't happening in isolation. Since the start of the year, China has been steadily tightening its grip on AI technology, leaving the country. Authorities have reportedly looked into whether Chinese AI startups that relocated abroad broke export control laws. Regulators also reportedly opened separate inquiries into Manus and other Chinese AI companies that have moved operations overseas, specifically looking at whether that counted as skirting export rules. On top of that, a broader regulatory package came out back in early June that extended government scrutiny to basically any cross-border transaction touching Chinese capital, technology, or data. And also, reports suggest Alibaba staff were told to stop using Anthropic's models and agent tools internally and to switch to the company's own assistant instead. Whether that's directly connected to these government meetings or just a separate push towards self-reliance, it fits the same overall direction. China is leaning harder into keeping its AI ecosystem contained and self-sufficient rather than depending on foreign tools, even at the level of individual employees inside its biggest tech companies. So what might the actual export rules look like if this goes through? From what's being discussed, it sounds like a tiered system based on how capable a model is. Basic open source models could just need to be filed with regulators, sort of a lightweight registration process. Higher performance models might go through formal security reviews before anything gets released, and the most sensitive frontier models could be blocked from public release entirely or restricted to use only inside China. If that framework actually gets adopted, it will be a pretty significant shift for a country whose AI industry has built a chunk of its global reputation on being open and accessible. Companies like Alibaba have leaned into that openness deliberately, releasing weights that developers everywhere can download and build on for free. Taking that back even partially would change how the rest of the world engages with Chinese AI, and it could push more international developers back towards US labs by default if the best Chinese models simply aren't available to download anymore. Nothing here is finalized, and it's entirely possible the rules are less restrictive than what's being floated around right now, maybe only touching models that haven't shipped yet rather than anything already released, but the direction is pretty clear at this point. Whether it's investment restrictions, national security classifications, or now potentially access controls on the models themselves, Beijing keeps reaching for more control over AI as it becomes a bigger piece of the broader tech competition with the US. I still think the open weight angle is the part worth watching most closely here, because that's the piece that actually built China's AI reputation across the world. If that's the part that gets pulled back, it changes the calculation for a lot of developers who've been building on Qwen or GLM simply because they were free and good. And if it doesn't, if this ends up applying only to future frontier releases like some sources suggest, then the practical impact on what's already out there might end up being smaller than the headline makes it sound, but is still worth watching. Before we continue, we just launched the Universe of AI newsletter. If you want to stay on top of AI news without having to hunt for it, link is in the description. Don't miss out. Alongside this, DeepSeek is building its own chip. According to Reuters again, 3 people close to the project say DeepSeek has spent about a year quietly working on this, and the goal is to rely less on Nvidia and Huawei. This chip is for inference, meaning it's for running a model that has already trained, not for training new ones. DeepSeek has been hiring chip engineers quietly without posting the jobs publicly, and it's already talking to a manufacturing and memory partners too. The timing here is interesting. DeepSeek made its name as a model company, not a hardware one. Its R1 model shocked everyone in early 2025 because it was so cheap to run, and it even hit US tech stocks at the time. That model was trained on Nvidia's H800 chip before the US banned it. So building its own chip is about closing that gap completely. Right now, DeepSeek depends on whatever chips it can actually get, and Huawei's chips still lag behind Nvidia's best ones. Having its own chip would give DeepSeek more control over costs and the supply. And DeepSeek isn't alone doing this. OpenAI just released its own chip called Jalapeno, made with Broadcom. Anthropic has reportedly been looking into building chips too, so more AI companies want to own their hardware instead of just renting it. For DeepSeek, there's an extra reason though. China has been pushing its AI companies to build their own chips because of US export limits. There's also a funding angle here. This chip effort is happening at the same time DeepSeek is raising outside money for the first time ever, reportedly around $7 billion at a valuation near $55 billion, which is a big shift for a company that always avoided outside investors before. One analyst also told that Nvidia is already shut out of China and that DeepSeek probably can't sell this chip outside the country either, unless it somehow gets access to better manufacturing. So don't expect this chip anywhere else. But inside China, if it works, it becomes another competitor to Huawei alongside Alibaba and Baidu, who are doing the same thing. Nvidia stock even dipped a bit in the pre-market trading after the news came out, but who knows in the long run what happens. But that's it for today's video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, follow our new newsletter as well at universeofai.beehive.com, as well as subscribe to the main channel World of AI, and support us on X by following the Universe of AIZ as well. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.